Okay, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. Anyway, today I'll be checking out Shazam Fear of the Gods. I didn't really want to watch this movie despite me liking the first one. I really enjoyed the first movie, but after seeing a lot of negative reviews about this movie, I really didn't want to watch it. So but I have to because I just want to see it and have my own opinion on it so that I can judge it fairly. So that's what I'm doing right now. So if you do end up enjoying the video, make sure that you do leave a like, subscribe, and yeah, let's get into it. There's nothing more I want to say. Okay, so the daughters of Atlas, they're actually the villains of this movie. So I hope they are good villains. Oh, they're all frozen. Hmm. Okay, this is cool. Trust me, this is really cool. Can't wait to see. It's like, didn't I just tie you up?
I got you. That's my sidekick, Captain Every Power Junior. Hey, Junior? We have one more job to do, and that's to keep this bridge from collapsing.
The Ben
Well,
Franklin Bridge has
they actually failed.
There are no casualties. Thanks in part to our local heroes. One with me now.
It's great to be here, Nancy. What can I say?
Well, I mean, yeah, I get it. That actually children, they're not grown up, so this is exactly what they were would do.
Hero.
The fact that I know that she's a super villain, that's when you go to attack her.
Hey, are you okay? Okay.
All right. Now, where is this dragon?
In the stadium, of course.
Fitting place for a garden.
This reminds me of uh Justice League. Yeah, exactly. I thought Wonder Woman was gonna show up in the final. The trailer kind of promised that. Guess they cut it off. Okay, oh, no.
Dinner! Coming. Thank you for respecting the cross stitch.
Yeah, I know Shazam family, those Shazam in the destroy that.
got realm of yours? Well, actually, I'm gonna take some time off while it heals, spend some time with the common folk, learn some about your world, about how maybe we can learn from each other.
Yeah, and also, did I tell you I'm like 3,000 years old?
I'm coming around
Hmm.
to it. I got it. Guys? Guys!
Not everything.
You were just in the neighborhood?
Okay, I came for the staff. Perhaps
Yep.
hold on to it for now. I also wanted to see your faces one last time.
Just to hold it, you know.
Wait, what?
I am making a joke. I have an Uber waiting. Besides, thank you, Jeff.
Never ends.
Hmm.
Also, what's my superhero name?
Shazam? Yeah.
Your name is Shazam.
Of course.
Yeah, but I can tell people that I'm Shazam, but if I do,
I still think we can beat it.
we can change back into a kid, so how are they gonna know that I'm Shazam?
My feet hurt
Oh,
so much further.
Peacemaker characters.
From the last
Yeah.
time you asked me.
I'm sorry. I just feel like we could have parked a little bit closer.
He doesn't know we're coming, and I didn't want to spook him.
Okay, first of all, they're boots, and they're not shitty. They're new. I just haven't had a chance to break them in yet.
Shut up. Waller said this guy is as powerful as they come, but a little immature.
Oh, great.
Not a little.
Relax. We know who you are. How?
Don't worry about that.
Who are you guys?
Don't worry about that either.
I kind of worried, boss. I need to know who you are.
How would you like to join the Justice?
Yes! 1,000 times yes! Oh my gosh, I've been dreaming about this! Well, I mean, not this exactly. Like, normally it's Wonder Woman.
Oh, okay. This uh, in a world where every superhero film is connected to another film, this film is one of the one that is actually useless. Just think about it. Every movie that we've seen, it's the Marvel or DC, it has a big connection to what is gonna happen next. This one, however, no, nothing. And I don't blame the director. I can blame on what is actually happening right now in the DC. Alright, it's now like instead of DCEU, it's now DCU. So not knowing what is gonna happen if Shazam is gonna continue in the DCU kind of made this film more pointless. Because if you do think about it, if it was just like in the old DCEU, then every cameo that actually got was for the old DCEU. And I don't know if this is true or not, but I think they did cut some scenes that were connected to the DCEU because they didn't want anything to do with the DCEU. So I guess that's why this is pointless. And knowing that I have a feeling that especially after this movie not even passing 150 million in the box office in like worldwide, not like just domestic but worldwide. So it's just a big deal that I don't think this movie is gonna continue, or Shazam in fact. I don't think it's gonna continue the DCU. I just have a feeling they haven't confirmed it yet, because, they just want to see how we react to some of the things, but just because it failed in the box office, I don't see them making another movie about Shazam. I think they're gonna cast somebody else new, or it's gonna show up later on in the like. We all know that there's a 10-year plan for the DCU, right? maybe show up like 8 years later from now. So I don't see it. I don't see any Shazam movie because or him showing in any DCU project. So yeah, this movie just feels pointless. Not that it's bad. It's a bad thing, but we usually like when it comes to movies like superhero movies, we're kind of used to seeing that every movie that you see, even if it doesn't really focus on it, like continuing like just on a bigger scale the story of all the movies, just leading to something big. It's usually the cameos are usually indicating to something that is gonna come in the next movie that is not like the same movie, but like a Superman movie or a Batman movie, just hinting at another movie just to emphasize that they're actually connected. But this one does not do that. And I don't know, maybe because of the cancellation, or they don't really know what's gonna happen to the future of the Shazam movies. So I get it. And when you think about it, Shazam, the first one, didn't really make much in the box office, but people really did like that movie. And also, the budget for that movie didn't even get to like 100. It was like 90 or 80. I don't really remember, but it didn't pass 100 million. So yeah, it really did very well in the box office, but budget they made the movie was very low. But this one, they kind of cranked up, the budget was, they kind of saw the reception in the first movie, so they thought, this movie could actually be better, not better, but could perform well in the box office. But one thing they did not think about was, the story. Yeah, I do have some issues with the story, but also what is gonna happen in the DCU. Like I know when this movie was made, it was like the old regime that was in charge of the DC movies. So they actually maybe had some plans for Shazam to continue, especially maybe to appear in like Justice League 2 and other movies that doesn't focus on Shazam, that are not Shazam movies. But when the the new regime came in, things were changed. We all know that Superman isn't gonna be played by Henry Cavill anymore, and yeah, it's paid. We know that we wanted Henry Cavill to remain as Superman, but yeah, things changed. So this movie couldn't really, push on like trying to make sure that it is connected to other DCU movies or another DCU. It didn't really try to do that. Actually, one of the like end credits scene is actually referencing, not referencing, but connected to DCEU, but also connected to DCU, and this is where I have a problem with what how just James Gunn is trying to run things. You know, we know that James Gunn is the one who directed the Suicide Squad, which was liked by the majority of people. A lot of people liked that one, and also Peacemaker, which a lot of people actually liked. So those movies and that season, they're not getting cancelled. Those two ones, but the rest are all getting cancelled. So yeah, I understand why people are saying this feels like selfish. If he was gonna cancel some things, why not cancel everything? Then start afresh, everything just new. But he decided to go this way, where he's trying to say, no, it's like a soft reboot. But soft reboot is gonna benefit the project that I actually did, because I want to keep my characters. But the rest of the characters that were done by other directors, no, I'm gonna throw them under the bus. Yeah, I don't feel good about that. I think if he was gonna just reboot everything, you you know, you should have just rebooted everything and not keep these characters. Because right now I don't think there's any movie that is he didn't direct, but that was in the DCU that decided to continue it. We all know that the Men of Steel, BVS, the Just League, no, those ones are not gonna continue. Even Wonder Woman is not gonna continue. Everyone who was directed by other directors, their future in the DCU is very bleak. So yeah, I don't really feel hopeful about what James Gunn is gonna bring to the table. And I hear that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is really amazing. This just shows that he's a really good director. But while he's running, it's not like I hate his movies. I actually love all his movies, especially the most superhero movies. Either it's from Marvel or DC, I actually love it. But the problem is how he's running DCU. For me personally, I know some people are like awful and all that, and I'm not gonna say you should fire James Gunn or anything like that. But I just wanna see how he's gonna do, especially in his first movie, Superman. I actually liked Man of Steel, but I want to see how he does things in the Superman Legacy movie, and also see how he's gonna, try to run other projects that is already confirmed, right? I want to see that how he's gonna do it. So that, but I'm hopeful that Superman Legacy is actually good, but I can't really judge and say right now before I even see it and say it's gonna be amazing. And I can say, you know what, I'm very hopeful because James Gunn is is in charge. I can't say that either. I judge, when somebody else does something. I judge what you've already put on the table, something that I already seen that, okay, this is good or bad, that's what I judge. I can judge what I haven't seen. So right now, I want to be hopeful. But right now, I'm I'm split 50-50 because what he has done already isn't really good for me, personally. Especially the fact that he decided to keep his characters and just throw everyone under the bus. I just don't feel good about it. Well, I know that people are like saying, okay, he said that he wanted a young Superman. I get it. 10 years in Crowley will be like 50 or something like that. Because I know he's like 43 or something like that. So by the time he gets like 10 years done, he'll be 50. So I get it. But instead of just saying, I'll cancel these movies, he could have just done the same thing that he did to the Batman and say the Elseworld projects, Elseworld projects. Therefore, you are giving hope to these people who want to see this movie continue that there is a chance they could see these characters pop up in the DCU movies as cameos, nothing more. And that's something that I wish he could have just gone with that route, because you don't really have to destroy everyone's emotions by now. Everyone will actually say, I get it. There's a chance we're gonna see, not there's a chance, but we're gonna see Henry Cavill's Superman in the future. We're gonna see Ben Affleck's Batman in the future. We're gonna see these characters in the future, and there's actually a little bit of chance to see a movie, but this is the Elseworld, so they can actually do some movies outside of the DC, like they are doing with Batman and the Joker in the Phoenix. Yeah, yes, yeah, the Joker is also in Elseworld, I believe, yes, in Elseworld. So I could see them do it like that, and to be honest, I wouldn't mind seeing Man of Steel 2. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I would really love to see him play that character again, And this time, I know people really didn't. It's like when it comes to Men of Steel, right now, how I see people receive it. Back in the day when the movie came out, majority of people don't love it. But now that some people are revisiting the movie and seeing it, some people are actually saying no, it wasn't a bad movie. It was actually a good movie. And for me, I really love Men of Steel. The action was really amazing. The story, I understood it more than the majority of people did, and I understand why everything happened in Men of Steel really happened, but majority of people don't. It did set up BVS, and you could blame the director or anything, but if YB really wanted to make a really good universe, they shouldn't have hurried to make sure that BVS is made. They should have made a separate movie about Batman, then Wonder Woman. They actually did Wonder Woman, but they could have done that. They did not need to hurry, but they wanted to play catch up. Therefore, they wanted to make a Justice League movie and earn that money. The results wasn't really good, especially the Justice League. Now, I ain't watching that movie again. That is a horrible movie. Now, back to Shazam. I kind of forgot I was talking about for Shazam with one movie. Back to Shazam, the story for me isn't really bad. Comparing it to Black Adam, I think this one is a better story. It's actually improved, much better story. It structures it very well, and when they think about just writing about this, everything, even if you have a problem with it, it is actually set up, it just doesn't happen without no reason. Like Wonder Woman showing up at the, it's not just like, oh no, they did not send a letter. It's just she did not just show up there. They actually did send a letter, on Wonder Woman. I don't remember what the letter was saying, but they did send a letter to her. So she received it. She came to help. So yeah, it's everything. It's set up. You could say, okay, yeah, still it's really bad. I get it. It's not really a good cameo that I would expect Wonder Woman to appear, but the setup at least it just doesn't happen with no explanation. And I would have preferred to see Wonder Woman actually helping in the final battlefield. That's what I thought. That's what I actually thought was gonna happen, but no, it did not happen. And as for like the first part of this movie, especially when they were saving the bridge, if this was actually continuing with the DCEU, I think that would be a perfect time where you could actually show the Henry Cavill Superman coming to help and actually teaching these people how to, especially Shazam family, how to rescue people, doing it right and make sure that the bridge doesn't collapse. It's just a good cameo that actually teaches these young superheroes how to do it perfectly this time, because by now when this movie comes out, we know that Henry Swimming used to be a little bit mature than how he was in Man of Steel. So he would actually know how to solve the issues. He would be able to be more observant, just observing the area. So he would actually be a good teacher, because he's been in this game for a long time. That would do what would put in the first scene. Just a good cameo. And then even if it doesn't show up later in this movie, I'll still just prefer that. But they didn't do it. They decided, was everything that was happening, they just say they couldn't. And I don't think that was also in the plan. Which means that uh we're not gonna see Shazam anytime soon. Majority of people don't really like this movie. They don't really get it, to be honest, but they don't really say it's amazing comparing it to the first one. It does have a lot of more action. CGI was improved. It's not perfect, but it's really improved. Everything was approved except for the story. The story really needed, these Shazam kids to actually feel like, they're kids and show us more of that. But they decided to go on the epic route, and it was not really amazing though. And one of the issues that I did have on this movie is that I really wanted them, to focus more on the Billy and Freddy's. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the other characters. I really like Dala. She's really, just cute and just cute, yeah. But I really wanted them to focus on the main characters again and actually, improve upon that. And I would have loved to see them exploring the dolls that were in the, you know, just wanted to see that, but they didn't do it. And one of the other issue that I do have with the last issue is that Zachary Lev, play, Shazam, or when Billy does say something, play, I know you know who I'm talking about. It doesn't really capture. It's like comparing him to Billy, you know. But it's there's a difference there. Billy feels more mature, while Shazam feels like a child. It's like every time he just turns into a superhero, he's a toddler, and every time he turns into, just a child, teenager, he's now grown up and his mind is now functioning, right? Like his wisdom of Solomon works only when he's not turned to Shazam, but when he turns to Shazam, it's gone. Like the performance also from Zechariah is special. That scene when he does that part when that part when we see Billy actually expressing his feelings to his mother and telling her everything, she just he wanted to talk about. Then he does say Shazam and turns back into Spyro. It was total two different feelings. He's like he said, then he says Shazam, now he's happy. It's not exactly right. It's wrong. It's not right. It should also be said even in his full form as a superhero. Those are just some things that I really felt like this movie lagged. If those movies, if these parts were really great, this movie could have actually have been not bad. It would actually been a good movie. And actually seeing that this movie didn't even cross 150 million, and Shazam was like already established because he actually did a first film, makes me feel like Black Adam really did an amazing job, at the box office. It nearly got 400 million. Yes, it has bigger budget, but this character was never shown on screen like live action, like never before. And this is the first time, and that movie got 400. Yeah, it shows that that movie, like Dwayne Johnson actually did carry that movie. His popularity actually carried that movie. Yes, it did not. The popularity did not actually carry the movie to 700 million, but yeah, comparing to this, he carried the movie because his character was never established on live action. People did not know who these characters, but they were eager to see him playing the character. So they went to theaters, they saw the movie, they don't like the story, they like the action, but they don't like the story. So they did not return, and that's why it made about 400 million. That's the simple start. This one, the story was decent, the action was decent, just pointless. That's the problem with this movie. It's just pointless. Anyway, guys, if you liked my reaction, make sure that you do leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what did you think about Shazam Fear of the Gods. I think it's a decent movie. That's the best I can say. Even if I have to rate it, I'll give it like a 6.5 out of 10. And that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.